ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for Sounders Women's Soccer and the season opener here tonight.
Welcome into Sunset Stadium here live from Sumner, Washington. You're watching the WPSL presented by Bootstrapper Studios. I'm Peyton Behrens, and we are here to kick off the Sounders Women's season where they take on the first place in the WPSL, the ISC Gunners. The Gunners are sitting in today's match comfortably on top of the table. They have 10 points through 4 games, 3 wins and a draw, 13 goals for, and 4 goals against. So it's a good competition for the Sounders women to start off against today in Sumner, Washington. We got a great Friday night action set for you here as the sun is setting to our left at Sunset Stadium. It's bound to be a good one. And let's go over today's starting lineups. Looking at the ISC Gunners, going down number 23, LaShare Anglin. Also number 8, Kellen Green. Number 6, Macy Jo Harrison. Number 11, Kristen Heyman. Number 1, Ashley Homer. Number 9, Ava Lewis. Number 4, Courtney Moore. Number 17, Amanda Perez. Number 2, Taylor Sakura. Number 7, Aaron Vaughn. And rounding it out, number 22, Aaron Vaughn. And number 7, Shay Villanueva. Looking at the Sounders, a women's starting lineup to kick off this 2017 campaign. Sarah Schimmer will be the one in the net. Looking at the left back, it's number 11, Tyla J. Vlanich. Center backs, number 24, Clara Robbins, and number 14, Samantha Hyatt. Number 5, the outside back on the right side, Dominique Bonflasva. The left midfielder, number 18, Shay Moyer. The center defensive midfielder for the Sounders is number 15, Jalen Woodward. On the right side, number 8, Casey Tillman. The center attacking midfielder, number 12, Charlotte Williams. And the 2 strikers up top for the Sounders women, wearing number 16, it's going to be Nia Gordon, and number 4, Maddie Schultz. That's the 11 for your Sounders women who are hosting this home match here from Sumner, Washington, as we are just moments away from kickoff. The Sounders getting ready to start their 2017 season, and they want to get off on the right foot starting in a home game here. The Sounders women are coming off of a friendly that they played to get warmed up in the preseason, where they won 3-2 up in Canada with a preseason match. Good game last weekend, Saturday, May 27th, that they went north of the border to go get 3 points out of to start off the preseason. The Gunners now come out. They're wearing the all-blue kits. The Sounders women, black tops and the electric green shorts and socks. And we are just getting ready to get underway. The Sounders women line up in a traditional 4-4-2 with a holding center defensive mid and an attacking center mid. And we're underway here at Sumner, Washington, where the Sounders start with the kickoff. Calmly working around the back here early. Gunners off the header there, trying to work it into the offense. Bringing it down is Heyman. Heyman working on the near side for the Gunners. Gets it taken away on the near side by Vlanich. The far sideline. Sounders women working with it, trying to go in the middle through Charlotte Williams. Now going the other way are the Gunners. They want to attack quick. 4 games played for the Gunners, 13 goals scored. See if the Sounders women can change things going there. And in the midfield, the ball gets knocked away, but it was Courtney Moore there for the Gunners to play back to the center back, and that ball just goes astray out of bounds, and it's going to result for a Sounders throw-in. It looks like we're going to get a stoppage in play For a brief moment, referee saying that has to take off some jewelry on the field. Just 2 minutes into this match. Working over there, Shea Villanueva, who has to exit the field, waiting for the referee to signal her back on. We're waiting on the referee to signal play to resume here. More and more jewelry seems to have to come off, finding its way onto the sidelines. Here on a beautiful Friday night, live from Sumner, Washington at Sunset Stadium, home of the Sumner High School Spartans. The great blue skies, some scattered clouds, warm weather, nothing more that you could ask for on a near summer night here for some soccer. And the Sounders get things going back underway. The ball goes through and all the way back into the feet of the Gunners defense. And a heavy touch there results Sounders throw off the foot of Christine Hyman. Challenge there near the 50 results in the first whistle of the day. The Sounders on the free kick want to take it short. Working its way up the left side. Out of bounds for a goal kick for the Gunners here. Very early here in the first half. Neither team working with possession very well yet. Trying to get in a rhythm of the game. Players battling the sunset going on behind the Gunners' goal. That ball's going to find its way up and over the top. Battling for it now is Kellen Green. Green taking on the Sounders defense by herself, waiting for support, pulls it back. Cuts onto the right foot, sends in a cross, and that one is going to get deflected out of bounds off of Taylor J. Vlanich. It's going to be out for an ISC Gunners corner kick here early. Corner coming from the right side of the field, taken shortly. It's Harrison with the cross into the box. Header missed. Still unable to clear the Sounders, and now on the full volley sends that one out to the sideline. Chasing it down now is Charlotte Williams, and Williams sends that ball out of bounds. Gunners throwing. Trying to find forward's feet now, unable to, and the Gunners are going to take over on possession. Heyman with one touch into the midfield, turning on the ball. There's Perez. Sends it out wide. Gunners working with upfield, finds Perez's feet. She turns, right-footed shot, head into the far post, off and in! With some help of the woodwork, it's Amanda Perez being able to strike that one to the far side of the net and get a very generous bounce off the frame and in. The Gunners open up scoring here in the 7th minute. Now their 14th goal of the season, and now the pressure is on the Sounders women here early. Sounders get underway very quickly, looking to shake off
Gunner's first goal scored in
that goal that came very quickly. Perez being able to turn, find the space, and hit a lovely right-footed strike. That was a heat-seeking missile for the far post. Working its way up the field now is Vlanic. Vlanic lays off. The cross comes into the box, working within the Gunners. Clear their lines. And an offside is going to be flagged down on the far side of the field. Referee taking note of that after the clearance, and it's going to result for the Gunners on a free kick. What a great strike there from Amanda Perez of the Gunners, being able to turn, have the time and the space, and being able to find a lovely strike with the laces off the post and in. Amanda Perez gets her first goal of the season for the Gunners. She had 2 assists coming into this match, and now she finds herself on the score sheet. Trying to work the ball across the back now, the Sounders. It's Hyatt. Hyatt, lots of time, plays the ball up and over the top. It's a great ball. In behind the defense, waiting for the support. Right-footed cross comes in and goes behind the frame of the net. Goal kick coming for the Gunners here in the 9th minute. It was a great ball up and over the top from the center back, Samantha Hyatt. And that ball's going to roll all the way down into Shimmer's net. She's going to pick up and try and roll out here early. Sounders here haven't got much pressure on the goal in the first 10 minutes of play. But that ball comes up and over the top, and in an offside position there was Nia Gordon. And wow, look at the speed she shows here early. Nia Gordon may be a threat to that Gunners defense if she keeps staying on the last hip of the defender there. Luckily for the Gunners in an offside position, they take over on possession. Free kick comes right back into the area it was taken. Gordon working with it on the battle now. Battling for it in a double team there. Sounders take over on possession. No whistle is blown. And now sweeping that ball across the back line. Working it. Now the overlapping run coming from Vlanic. Into the attack, overlapping again is Moyer. Moyer, the left mid, sends in a left-footed cross, finding its way into the near post, into the hands of Ashley Homer.
Fans, let's give a hand to the ball girls surrounding the field. The 02 Seattle United and 04 Seattle United. Thank you.
Live here from Sunset Stadium in Sumner, Washington, you're watching the WPSL, brought to you by Bootstrapper Studios. I'm Peyton Behrens here. The Gunners lead on an early goal coming off the foot of Amanda Perez, giving the Gunners a 1-0 lead here. Sounders now take over in the middle. It's Moyer. Moyer trying to find the through ball. Unable to do so. That Gunners defense being able to lock it down before it sneaks its way through. And it's Gordon now taking on the defense. Gordon plays that ball out wide. It finds Tillman. Tillman tries putting the ball across the face of the goal. No one in front. Now the battle is about 30 yards out away from the net. Gunners trying to find their way into possession. It's Heyman. Trying to find its way into Perez, but that one rolls just a bit too far. Now it's Robbins sending that ball back to Shimmer. And a great cut there coming from Moyer. She finds the space, tries sending a ball through. Gordon's trying to chase it down. Clearing her lines is Homer, but now it's back into the feet of the Sounders women. Out wide here. Schultz unable to get past the Gunners' defense, and now it works its way back into the Sounders. Through ball up and over the top. We'll see if it can stay in, and it does. The Gunners get a toe poke out and away. Now a long through ball of their own as it gets cleaned up by Vlanich. Sounders send the ball out wide. It's Schultz. Schultz sends that ball in behind to Moyer, but Homer is off of her line. Now working around with possession. It's Hyatt sending a long ball back over. Great touch by Schultz. And Schultz wins the Sounders a corner. Starting with that great touch, she puts that ball on the carpet, almost like she's got Velcro on her boots.
Corner kick sponsored by Daytag will be taken by number 12 of your Sounders women, Charlotte Williams.
Charlotte Williams over on the near side to take the corner kick. First one of the evening for the Sounders women. It's a right foot curler finding the hands of Homer. The Gunners now want to get out and clear their lines. Ever since the goal scored by Perez, it's been all Sounders. They seem to have settled in and trying finding their way onto the attack. Winning the initial header and the second header there is Hyatt. Schultz takes that ball off the foot of Moore. Long ball up and over the top. Can't find a header there. Still battling for it on the near side. Now the Gunners are going to take it the other way. It's Lewis. No, she brings it back to the near side. Ball goes through the legs of Perez. The Sounders now want to transition quickly. Tillman carries. She's going to lay off to Moyer. Moyer has an overlapping run, plays that through ball in, and the referee is there to wave his flag in the air, and that was Dominique Bonflasva coming up and over on the through ball. The Gunners want to play quickly. It's on the far side with Harrison. Harrison trying to work past two defenders. Hesitation move. Harrison still carrying, and that ball's going to work its way out of bounds for a Sounders goal kick. Just 17 minutes into the match here at Sunset Stadium, where the sun is starting to set upon this game and working with it now. The through ball coming off the foot of Gordon. And the keeper comes out, makes a huge save, and Perez is there to get the ball in space. Turns, finds Heyman. Trying to send a through ball and up, but that one gets cleared out of bounds. Clara Robbins was there. Gordon sent a great through ball in behind the Gunners' defense. Schultz trying to run it down. That ball's going to go up and over the top. Robbins is chasing it down. Giving her grief is Green. Green wins it. Plays it across the box. No one home. Now working with the ball. It's Vlanich inside now to Moyer. That ball's going to bounce out of bounds. Seemed like neither of the officials really knew who it was off of, but in the end ends up in the hands of the Gunners. Long ball going up and over the top. Schultz is the intended target. And there she is, one-on-one with a defender. Hesitation. Goes on that left foot heading towards the goal line. Working with it now. She keeps it in. Turns back. Tries sending a drop. And it's going to end up into the feet now of Vlanich, who sends in a left foot across. Gordon the target. Ball's bouncing in the direction of Williams, unable to get there. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Schultz. Now working with it, Vlanich. Lots of pressure on the back, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Sounders possession here again. Gordon on the throw-in. And a high kick going to be called, and the Gunners are going to take over now on the free kick. Sounders now working with possession in their own defensive end. Long ball up and over the top. Goes to Schultz. Schultz has an overlapping run from Vlanich. Vlanich getting into the attack now. Takes a touch. Lots of space and time. Left-footed cross. All the way to the other sideline. Now picking up possession is Macy Jo Harrison. Harrison waits for the support. Tries going through the legs. Does so of Bonflasva, but possession taken over by the Sounders. Gordon brings the ball down, and another offside call there for Nia Gordon. She is attacking all over the back line. It looks like substitution on the way for the Gunners. Leaving the field is going to be number 4, Courtney Moore, the right back. "21 minutes in, we see our first substitution of the game where Courtney Moore exits for the Gunners. Checking in is Paige Sherwood. Gunners working with the ball up the far sideline. That one gets poked out of bounds. Gordon there trying to lay off to the overlapping outside back, unable to get there. Sherwood unable to get down to that one. The Sounders going to take over possession in their attacking half. That ball just rolled and rolled and rolled on the artificial turf here in Sumner, Washington. That ball goes up the line, looking for Tillman. Tillman unable to get onto the end of it. Gunners still leading 1-0 coming off of the early goal from Amanda Perez. The right-footed strike from about 20 yards out found its way, hitting the back post and into the net. A great strike there from the striker. The Sounders now trying to win possession after the goal kick. Perez on the turn, hits the ground. Tillman now lays off to the outside. Bonflasva sends in the cross. Works its way out back into the Gunners. Intended for Schultz. Schultz now trying to bring it down. She's battling Sherwood. The give and go with Schultz and Williams. Schultz now outside. Left-footed cross comes in near post. And out of bounds now for a Sounders throw in the attacking third. Schultz through the contact. Gunners pick up possession. Schultz there to get a foot on it and send that one out of bounds. Perez on the header. Trying to advance it up the field, working with it now. Is Vlajnic, sends it across to Robbins. Now finds its way into Moyer. That ball going up and over the top. Into Bonflassa. It's going to be Homer picking that one up. Sounders unable to keep the possession in on the near side. And a substitution coming for the Sounders women. Heading off the field is number 12, Charlotte Williams, the center attacking mid, who has been a vital role to the offense here early for the Sounders women. Charlotte Williams has been the one taking the corners here for the Sounders. Williams, she checks off in the 25th minute. And it looks like Moyer is going to find her way up into the center attacking mid role. Coming out to the outside, Angeline Daly is going to be who checks onto the field here. Daly works the ball back. Sounders don't want to force anything here.
Out number 12, Charlotte Williams, and in will be number 28, Angeline Daly.
Gordon on the turn. Good footwork there from Gordon. Through ball going through the middle. Unable to track that one down was Moyer. Homer now with the big clearance out. Near side is Sherwold. Finding Perez. Perez battling between three. Picking that one up is Daly. Daly lays off to Moyer. Moyer, great move. Drills between two defenders before laying off. Now looks outside for Tillman. Tillman's going to drop back. Moyer now goes to Woodward. Woodward working between some defenders. No, Perez is able to take that one off her foot. Near side now with Heyman. Heyman plays that ball up the line. No one is there. And chasing that one down is going to be Robbins. Sounders keeping possession of the ball on their back line. Good cut there up the sideline from Tillman. Or excuse me. That was Bonflasva sending that ball out of bounds. Gunners now on the possession. Pressure on the far sideline, and that one's going to go out of bounds off the foot of Bonflassa. That left foot ball is played out from Homer, working with his Daly. Trying to pick up on the quick counterattack. Now it's near side with Heyman. Heyman finds Perez. Perez goes to Lewis. Now long diagonal ball. Goes to Heyman. Heyman's on the attack. Right foot across is blocked. It's going to go out of bounds just short of a corner for a throw-in, but there on the deflection was Vlanich being able to send that ball out of bounds. It's near side on the throw-in. Gunners, poor touch, goes out of bounds. Sounders, goal kick in the works. Nearing that 30-minute mark, we're still sitting 1-0 from the Amanda Perez goal. And a great slide tackle comes through from Robbins before that ball found its way into some trouble as Heyman was attacking. Ball goes up and over the top to Schultz. And off the foot of Sherwold, out for a throw-in on the near side. Throw-in comes from Vlanich. Into Daly, and Daly sends that one back into her center backs. Long ball going up and over the top. Schultz, lots of space in on that side. But there was a reason for that, and that was because she was behind the defense offside. Will be flagged down on the far side of the field. Gunners on the free kick, and they have a substitution coming on the next dead ball, and it looks like the Sounders women will send a sub to the 50 as well. Into the middle with Moyer. Moyer dances. Now lays off. Trying to find Schultz. Schultz to Moyer, and that ball goes up and over to Daly. Daly, lots of green space over there. She's onside. Wants to attack the middle. One step over. Cuts down the line, brings it back onto her right foot. Curling cross. That one's going to find its way back to Hyatt. Hyatt plays the ball out wide for Bonflasva. Flasva's cross coming in, gets deflected out of bounds for a Sounders corner kick. And it looks like the Gunners are going to hold off on their sub, bringing it back to the bench. The Sounders want to send their substitution. Checking off the field for the Sounders was Maddie Schultz. Heading out. Coming on the field for the Sounders now with the substitution. Number 27, Katelyn Johnson, cross coming in, heading towards that back post. Working with it now is Bonflasva. Sending that ball up and over the top. It's Johnson with a shot on the first touch she takes of the game. Johnson got denied there by Ashley Homer. The Sounders found their best chance of the match.
That is Madison Schultz, and in at number 27, Katelyn Johnson.
Sounders now working between the pressure. It's Moyer. Moyer wants the right-footed shot from deep, and that one It's going to go just a bit outside of that net. Katelyn Johnson checks into the game for the Sounders, the forward out of Washington State University. Takes her first touchdown, and with the second, able to put a strike on the goal. If it wasn't for goalkeeper Ashley Homer, that one would have been in the back of the net. A great save was made. Substitutions coming in for the Gunners, and it looks like Amanda Perez leaves the field. Perez, the goal scorer for the Gunners. Onto the field now, 16. Riley Smith takes over for Perez, and there she is, sending that ball back into the defense.
Substitutions for the ISC Gunners. Out.
Center backs Vaughn and Sakira play a little game of keep away before sending that ball up the sideline.
17. Emily Chaddock. In number 15, Jalen Woodard.
Sounders commit a foul there. 45 yards out from the net, setting up for a nice free kick. Over to take the free kick, number 2, Taylor Sakura. 4 Gunners line about 20 yards out from the Sounders net. Long ball comes up and over the top. The flag is up on the near side. Referee waves it dead. And the Sounders there able to take advantage of an offside trap. Taking over possession here in the 34th minute.
Sounders women's substitution in the 34th minute. Out will be number 8, Casey Tillman, and in at number 25, Holly Fritz.
As you heard there, 25, Holly Fritz checks into the game for the Sounders women. Checking out, number 8, Casey Tillman. Fritz on her first touch.
Also substitution previously in the 33rd minute for the Gunners.
Fritz sends that ball near side.
11, Kristen Heyman, and at number 17, Amanda Perez out.
And a touch off Lanich results in the Gunners taking over possession.
And number 15,
Now it's with Daly.
Claudia Longo now in.
Sounders offense pushing a lot of numbers high. Almost 4 strikers pushing on that back line as a through ball trying to find its way into Daly, and Daly unable to track that one down. But the Sounders offense is hungry for goals here, trailing 1-0 in the 36th minute. Have about 4 forwards nearly pushing high on the Gunners' back line. Seems like every time they get possession of the ball, they want to go deep with it and try and find a through ball to get in on the attack. It's Robbins. Square ball across the back. Von Flasva trying to play a through ball into Nia Gordon and unable to find it, but a foul is called. The advantage was played there from the center official. Well done. And brings it back for the Sounders. Very well played, and over on the free kick is going to be Dominique Von Flasva. Von Flasva sends in the free kick. And the ball's on the ground in the middle of the box and up through the football uprights just over the net. Sounders had a great chance there with the goalkeeper on the ground. Ashley Homer unable to cleanly scoop up the ball.
Shot by 25, Holly Fritz.
And the Sounders with a missed opportunity there. Lots of mess in the middle of the box, unable to capitalize with the keeper out of position there. Header won by Moyer. Now it's brought down by Katelyn Johnson. Drops back to her center backs. Working its way up the far sideline now. Gunners take over, and there was Bonflasva able to knock that one out of bounds. Moyer trying to find its way out wide. And that ball's going to roll out of bounds. Moyer works through two defenders. Now trying to play that through ball. It's a great touch into some space. Shot taken and saved. Corner coming for the Sounders women team here in the 39th minute. As a great through ball coming off of the foot of Shea Moyer. Nia Gordon was there to get on the end of it, trying to take a strike on the net. Great save coming from the goalkeeper, Ashley Homer. Corner coming in, finding its way into the middle, headed out by the Gunners, but put back in dangerously. And a foul is going to be called on top of the box as the Sounders were doing everything they could to try and keep that one in the attacking end. The Gunners send the ball deep. Working with it on the far side is Angelin. Sounders take back over possession. Very slyly done there by Clara Robbins to keep possession in the feet of the Sounders. Great flick. Now working up the sideline is Daly. Sends in the through ball. Gordon was the target again. The referee questioning whether it was offside or not, but saw that Gordon wasn't going to be able to chase that one down. Just about 5 minutes left here till we reach halftime. The Gunners still leading from a 1-0 lead that came early within the first 10 minutes of the game. Perez with a great right-footed strike from about 20 yards out. Found its way off the back post and in. Working with it now is Hyatt. Through ball. Gordon the target, but Daly was coming on the backside. And offside there, Nia Gordon. The Gunners are on top of the WPSL Northwest standings. 4 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw. They have 13 goals scored in those 4 games, and now in the 5th game of their season tonight, make it 14 goals. A team that has also done very well defensively to not give up goals, averaging about 1 goal against per game. They're currently on top of the standings with a solid 6-point cushion, but they also have 2 games in hand. And now working in the attack is Villanueva, but that ball is going to get deflected out of bounds by Angeline Daly. Going to be the Gunners on the throw. The cross coming from Shearwald. Finds its way into the middle of the field. Trying to bring that ball down is Moyer. And a long ball up and over the top. No one there but goalkeeper Sarah Schimmer. Sounders now play a ball up and over the top. Johnson chasing it down. A chip up and over the top of the goalkeeper. Takes 1-2, bounces and goes just wide. Katelyn Johnson turning nothing into something. A dangerous attack there as she's able to wit her way around the defender. Get a touch that goes up and over the top of the goalkeeper. Sending that one just wide here in the 43rd minute. The Gunners very, very lucky to still be holding on to a 1-0 lead after there hasn't been much attack since their goal early. Now the Sounders are working up the right side of the field. And a late tackle coming there is going to result for a Sounders free kick. Coming off that far sideline here in the 44th minute. Sounders trying to do everything they can to knot this game level at 1 before they go into the locker rooms for halftime. Free kick on its way. Deflected out. But the first time shot there taken by Holly Fritz and goes up and over. But a deflection is going to lead to a corner. On her way over to take it, Angeline Daly.
Corner kick again, coming up for number 28, Angeline Daly, sponsored by Daytech.
Daly sends that ball, floats it to the far post. The header goes just wide past the near post, and it was headed back across the net, and it was a good header there by Holly Fritz. So we get closer and closer here to halftime. We'll see what the stoppage time looks like here. Fritz brings it down, plays outside to Von Flasva. That ball unable to do anything in the offensive work. Now winning the header there is Hyatt. Hyatt on the second one. Flicked up and into the forward's feet. Daly loses possession. The Gunners now take over. It's Harrison. Harrison plays that one out wide. Gets it back on the 50. Harrison tries dancing her way up the sidelines. That ball goes out of bounds. We have approached stoppage time. We'll see how many minutes the referee allows. Looks like he's signaling 2.
And fans, we're in stoppage time right now. Stoppage time.
Working with his Smith. Sends the ball out wide. Left-footed cross comes in. And Schimmer is there to clean up any sort of danger quickly on the throw. Brings that ball out wide to Vlanich. Vlanich takes a cut, finds Daly. Daly to Gordon on the near side. And Gordon gets that one stripped, poked out of bounds. Long diagonal ball trying to get into the attack here quickly. Moyer chases that one down. The Gunner is going to drop all the way back and now try and play out. And a rough push in the back there from Samantha Hyatt leads to a Gunners free kick here. The Gunners want to take all the time that they can with this free kick, just trying to work their way into halftime with a 1-0 lead here on the road. In the Sounders' first match of the WPSL season. Free kick on its way. Sounders win the initial ball. It's not out of danger yet, and that one's going to bounce into the hands of Shimmer. Gunners keeping possession in the middle of the field now. Lewis sends that ball out wide. Up that far sideline, it's a great turn from Green. Early left-footed ball. Perez is into the attack. Shimmer's there. Perez plays that one out. The right-footed cross comes in. It's floating. Shimmer's there, able to catch that ball strongly. Shimmer plays that ball wide out of bounds, and that will do it. We are here at halftime where the Gunners are leading 1-0 after a great shot coming off the right foot of Amanda Perez early in the first 10 minutes of the game. We'll be back with second half action of the WPSL, brought to you by Bootstrapper Studios.
Supporting the Sounders women coming up on Sunday at Starfire. That starts at 2. ISC Gunners 1, your Sounders women 0. We get set for the start of the second half. Let's get your scarves.
Welcome back into Sunset Stadium here in Sumner, Washington. I'm Peyton Behrens here, broadcasting this WPSL League match through Bootstrapper Studios, where the ISC Gunners hold a 1-0 lead over the Sounders women. It was a strike that came off the right boot of Amanda Perez about 20 yards out, hit the back post, and found its way in. The Gunners now hold a 1-0 lead, and they're the #1 team right now in the WPSL. This being their 5th game on the season. The Sounders women open up their season for the very first time tonight here from Sumner, Washington. That ball's going to roll all the way down and out of bounds for a throw-in. The Gunners wearing the all-blue kits, attacking right to left across the screen. The Sounders in the black with the electric green shorts here, and we're underway in the second half now. The Gunners are going to work on the far side for a throw-in deep into their attacking end. Throw-in comes in off Green's head. Robbins doing a great job to clear that out for the Sounders, but keeping it in play was Villanueva, sending that one far and away for a Sounders throw-in. Sounders women make a change at halftime. It looks like Nia Gordon will start the second half. On the sidelines, checking in up top is going to be Kate Bennett. Gordon played a great 45 to start, very dangerous attacking. Bennett will have to bring the same energy if the Sounders want to be dangerous like they were towards the end of that first half, and now working that ball up the far sidelines. It's Moore, sends in across. Cleared away, but working with it now is Moyer. Moyer has lots of space up the far sideline, still carrying. The lights start to come on here at Sunset Stadium as that sun fades off into the distance, and the Sounders will be playing under the lights here on a lovely Friday night from Sumner, Washington. Working around the far sideline now, playing that ball up, intended for Williams. Williams is still chasing it down. That one gets cleared out, but only the Sounders back line, and a little flick. Unable to do anything with it. That was Tillman trying to send the ball in behind for her counterpartner, Kate Bennett. Winning the header there for the Gunners was Lewis. Now it's Perez. Lays off to the near side. The early left-footed ball from Harrison. Finds no one. Now working with it is Bonflasva. Sounders now working with it dangerously in front of their goal before it gets cleared out by Schemer. Ball was brought down out of the air by Moore. And turned over now into Sounders possession. The first touch goes back into Moore's feet. She can't keep possession. Now working with it is Moyer. Moyer has an overlapping run to the right, uses it. It's Bonflasva. Bonflasva sends that ball into the middle dangerously. Spins off the turf. Moyer brings it down. Can't find the pass out of it. Now working with it is Holly Fritz. The Gunners take over on possession. Lots of space on the far sideline. Chasing it down is Vlanich. Through ball though. And losing her footing, finding the ground is Clara Robbins, but the foul gets called, and the Sounders will have the free kick there. Robbins doing a great job fighting through the contact before she hits the turf, and the referee blows his whistle to give the Sounders a free kick here early. So we approach the 49th minute. Gunners on the throw-in on the far sideline. Perez working with it. Vlanich can't get it out. And a battle going on. No call there. Now it's Green sending the cross in. Still in the middle. The header still bouncing around. And now the Sounders clear their lines, and after a deflection off of the foot of Perez, it's going to be a Sounders women's throw-in. Ball on Flasfa. Now Williams sends the ball up and over the top. A great redirection there from Tillman. Tillman trying to find Schultz in behind. Unable to do so. The Sounders quick attack, about 4 passes, put them into the attacking third. Winning that header is Kellen Green. The Sounders take back over possession. Ball goes up and over the top. Coming off of her line is Ashley Homer, and she's going to let that ball roll back into her box. She scoops it up. Ball brought down out of the air by Heyman. And a battle that goes out of bounds but results in a free kick. Short pass taken quickly by the Sounders, and now working with it is Moyer. Moyer plays into that back line. And a turnover there, but won back very easily by Hyatt. Hyatt plays into Bon Flasfa. Back into Samantha Hyatt. Swung across the back line to Clara Robbins. Robbins with a great through ball up the far sideline. Unable to get there, though, but winning the knockdown is Charlotte Williams. That one's out of bounds for a Sounders women's throw-in. And it's Williams. Unable to get the touch with the clearance. Takes a deflection, and it's going to be a goal kick for the ISC Gunners. Goal kick taken, now found the feet of the ISC attack. The through ball finding Perez, splitting between 2 defenders. Can she outrun Vlanich? And she can't. Vlanich is able to shut it down very quickly. That was Tyler J. Vlanich, the Australian, playing for the Seattle Sounders women's side. Is able to close down very quickly there on the far sideline. Throw-in intended for Schultz, but finds its way into Courtney Moore. Long ball up and over the top, header won by the Sounders. Second ball goes into the feet of the Gunners. Still trying to keep possession now is Lewis. She finds Villanueva. And that ball gets played out wide and out of bounds. And it's Fritz. Fritz gets possession taken away. Ball bouncing into the box. Keeper leaves her line. But the Sounders take over. Carrying with lots of space in front of her now. And a through ball goes up and over the top. Miss hit by Dominique Bonflasfa. Near sideline now with Anglin. That ball redirected into the center backs. Sam Hyatt there trying to play back into the Sounders attack. Turning on the ball now is Green. Working its way to the far sideline, though, it's Christine Hyman. Perez wins the throw-in. Trying to create space on the far sideline for a cross. The slide and the tap out of bounds. Well done by the Sounders back line there, but the defending is not done yet. They're not out of the clear. Corner kick coming from the Gunners. Perez goes to the far side to take this corner here in the 55th minute.
Number 17, Amanda Perez with the corner.
Four gunners into the box, creating runs. Finds its way into the middle. One header takes a deflection, looking for the goal line, out of bounds there, and the Sounders take over possession on the goal kick here in the 55th minute. Bonflasfa with a long through ball intended there for Casey Tillman, but it just finds the sideline and goes out of bounds. Gunners on the throw. A high arching ball gets brought down by Bonflasfa. Now working within the middle is Williams. Moyer inside to Tillman. Tillman battling off defenders, trying to create space. Well done on the touches from Tillman to be able to work that one to the far side. Now the Sounders open up play. Left-footed entry pass gets deflected into the middle. Perez takes over. Now it's Harrison. Harrison trying to get around some Sounders defenders. Perez on the run, has one defender to her right. She's going to slow it down. The goal scorer here, Amanda Perez. Steps over. Tries the cross, but gets it denied. Now going the other way, the Sounders attack. A long through ball trying to get played over the top for Maddie Schultz. But Schultz wasn't ready for it. She was flirting with that offside line. Now it's Homer, the goalkeeper. Header won by Robbins, but still battling for possession. Now that ball's going to go up and over the top. It looked like Heyman was onside, but did not have the speed to chase that one down. Now the Sounders take over possession on the near sideline with the throw in here. 58th minute. On the turn, Moyer trying to create space, waiting for support. Very quick footwork there from Moyer, finds Fritz. Now the overlapping run for Vlanich. Vlanich takes a cut inside the middle, now lays off out wide. It's Williams, one touch down to the goal line. Can Williams get the cross off in time? No. It's out of bounds for a goal kick. Sounders attack looking very dangerous, unable to find the back of the net here, as we're almost 2/3 of the way through the match. Header is won by Tillman, kept inbounds by Williams. Through the double team, Williams lays off to Schultz. The heel flick. Back to Williams. Schultz gets taken down, and the free kick comes. The give and go was set up perfectly there between Schultz and Williams, and Schultz gets taken down in the attack. She had a lot of green in front of her. And the Gunners doing a very smart play there of stopping the attack in its tracks. The Gunners' wall now going to get backed up. 10 yards of the spot of the free kick. Sounders with a very dangerous opportunity here, leaving two defenders back. 8 players approach the top of the box, all trying to create dangerous runs. The ball floats in, and that header gets flicked away by England. Now it's Sounders working with possession. And being able to win the corner kick there was the center back, Samantha Hyatt, just finding that ball off the foot of Kellen Green.
Corner kick coming up for your Sounders women, brought to you by Daytech. Taking the corner, number 18, Shay Moyer.
Charlotte Williams now takes over on the corner kick near side. The right footer is going to send an out-swinging ball into the box. About 6 Sounders. They're going to try and play that one short to the top of the box, but clears its lines Only going to Moyer. Moyer's going to rip a shot from the near side, top of the 18. That one's going to fly just wide of the goal. That one didn't go to plan. Trying to find a pass on the ground at the top of the 18. It gets deflected away. Substitution now coming for the Sounders women. Checking out of this game, number 25, Holly Fritz. We saw her come on as a sub in the first half. And now checking onto the field. Checking onto the field is Jalen Woodward for the Sounders women.
Sounders women substitution in the 60th minute.
Now the Sounders keeping possession up that far sideline. Williams, chip through ball in behind for Tillman. That one's going to get deflected out. Bennett now applying the pressure, trying to win the ball in the attacking third. Does so. Williams. He's going to send that ball all the way back to Samantha Hyatt. She wants to play one touch quickly, but the Gunners now take over. They have a 3-on-3. Carrying the ball here is Harrison. Harrison gets through a tackle, and now a through ball. Well done, well played, but offside there, and the intended target was Kellen Green. She advanced just too quickly behind that Sounders back line. And the assistant referee in a great position there to flag that one dead.
Substitution for your Sounders women in the 62nd minute. Out is number 5, Dominique Von Viaza, and in number 26, Stephanie Speakerman.
And as you heard there from the PA, checking out the game, Dominique Von Vlasa. Checking into the game for the first time tonight, number 26, Stephanie Speakerman. That ball's going to go over the head of Speakerman all the way to the back. Picking up there, Sarah Schemer. The rollout goes to Samantha Hyatt. Now the Sounders want to play a ball up and over the top on that far sideline. Courtney Moore there, able to send that ball off of the legs of Tyler J. Vlanich. Vlanich comes up a little shaken after a collision there. It's going to be an ISC Gunners throw-in and another substitution on the way from the Sounders U23. Checking off is Kate Bennett. Checking back on is number 16, the striker, Nia Gordon. Gordon was a very dangerous attacker throughout that entire first half. She got halftime and 15 more minutes of a break here in the second half. Gordon, a very speedy striker, but a turnover here. The Gunners now on the attack, one-on-one. It gets shut down by Hyatt. The great slide tackle stops the play in its tracks. No whistle from the referee, and now the Sounders going the other way. Gordon lets that ball run through her legs, waiting for a forward to come on the backside, but no. Tillman trying to battle, take it off the foot of the Gunners, but no. Now it's the Gunners working the ball through the midfield. Perez, great trap with the chest. And that pass is going to go through and behind. And no one there to win it other than Tyler J. Vlanich. The speedy outside back, but that ball stays in. The cross on its way. Green can't get a foot onto it. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Sounders women's goal kick. No, excuse me. The center referee saying that one was off of the center back Hyatt. It's going to be on the way for an ISC Gunners corner kick here in the 64th minute.
Corner kick coming up for the ISC Gunners. Number 17, Amanda Perez, taking the corner.
Perez and Macy Jo Harrison on that far side for the corner. Now Harrison is going to walk over, switch with Perez. Perez takes the corner short. Sends in the right foot across. Gets into Green. And that ball gets sent out to the top of the box to Villanueva, but blocked out. The Sounders now want to try and break through 4 defenders, though. Unable to do so was Shea Moyer. And now another direct ball up that far sideline. Working with it now is Harrison. Harrison, the left-footed cross. Only goes as far as Clara Robbins. Now in the center of the field, it's Williams trying to lead the attack as the center attacking mid. And unable to. Trying to dance with that ball up the sideline. It just rolls out over that yellow line. The Gunners now take their time on the throw-in. It was Vlanich. Vlanich won that header again, sends it out of bounds. The Gunners will take it over and do it again. Williams on the touch and the turn. Big tackle, and it's going to find its way off the Gunners. Throw intended for Gordon, unable to find her. Sounders will do it again. Deja vu here. Taking over the throw-in. Working with it, Shea Moyer now. He's going to drop back to Clara Robbins. That one finds all the way back to the keeper. The Gunners, lots of high pressure here. Now it's Woodward. Playing into Moyer. Moyer's going to lay off for Hyatt and swing that ball out wide. Very well done by the Sounders here, keeping calm in their own defensive third. Now carrying it, looking for a Gordon through ball, but unable to find Gordon. That was Speakerman on the direct pass. The Gunners still holding on to that early lead that they got in about the 8th minute. A goal off of Amanda Perez's right foot from about 20 yards out gives the Gunners a 1-0 lead that they still hold on to. 14 goals scored on the year for the Gunners. It was Amanda Perez's first goal of the year, but now it's Green in the attack. The Gunners are 2-on-2 right now with the Sounders. Green gets past it. It's on top of the box, set up for Ava Lewis, and a missed touch sends that ball way wide. Can Lewis keep it in? No, she cannot. A shot of her own from the top of the box goes all the way wide outside for Sounders throw in here in the 68th minute, and a substitution on the way for the Sounders. Checking out of the game here, number 12, Charlotte Williams. Sounders need to start throwing numbers here forward. With just over 20 minutes remaining in this WPSL match, brought to you by Bootstrapper Studios. I'm Peyton Behrens, alongside my producer and chief engineer, Adam Weigel.
Substitution for your Sounders women in the 68th minute. Out, number 12, Charlotte Williams. In is number 28, Angeline Daly.
Daly checks into the game. Tillman trying to body up the sideline and gets the contact. The foul is called. Tillman doing a great job, and now on the free kick is Speakerman, plays quickly. Gordon gets that ball into her feet, tries to turn, unable to. Chasing this one down is Moyer.
For our ball girls, 02 Seattle United and 04 Seattle United. Also special thank you to Washington Youth Soccer and their support.
And it's Harrison cutting through the middle of the Sounders defense. Harrison still carries, left-footed chip ball goes through to Green, can't get a touch onto it. Tillman tracks back. Now it's in the feet of Perez. And one there by Hyatt. The ball bounces before Sakura can bring that one down. Neither team able to get possession here, but it's Schultz taking the elbow into the back, going into the ground. Now the Sounders women have a free kick as we approach the 70th minute here at Sunset Stadium in Sumner, Washington. ISC Gunners lead 1-0 here in this WPSL match, and the Sounders women will set for another substitution.
Sounders women's substitution in the 70th minute. Departing the match, out is number 8, Casey Tillman.
Tillman will be leaving the game.
27, Katelyn Johnson.
Katelyn Johnson checks into the game here. The product from Washington State University when she checked in the first half. Her first touch of the game led to a shot on goal. We'll see if she can do the same here in the second half, as her attack will try and help break this lead that the Gunners have. The Sounders have about 4 or 5 attackers all pushing against that Gunners back line. 2 very solid center backs on the day in Clara Robbins as well as Samantha Hyatt. Daly trying to battle through the Gunners defense. Long ball up and over the top. Perez is going to have to chase it down, but that ball gets headed back to Schemer. Thrown out to the middle, but on the turn gets it taken away. Sounders going to try and clean up possession here. Schemer sends the ball to the far sideline, trying to keep it in. Is Vlanich, but unable to do so. Coming up hobbling here is Kellen Green. Green's going to need a sub as the referee is going to hold play here. Green's going to head to the sideline. The medical staff is going to jog onto the field and assist Green. But it looks like the Gunners are going to be able to sub here. Green's able to jog off the field, a good sight to see. Checking on for the Gunners here, number 20 is Rachel Wheeler, getting her first minutes of the day. The referee whistles to get things underway again. And it's Wheeler immediately on the sub. Wins a corner for the Gunners. And with under 20 minutes left here in this match, the Sounders are going to chase every ball out of bounds, trying to save as much time off that clock as they can. The Gunners come into today's match 3 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses, starting with a 4-0 win to start the season, then scoring 6 on Capital FC. And just last weekend, winning 2-0 over Portland and drawing 1-1 over NSGSC. So lots of goals being scored for these Gunners. Only 1 in today's contest. Perez on the throw-in. It was Vlanich with some fancy footwork. Keep that one in, but not out of danger yet. The Gunners are in a very dangerous attacking position. The right-footed cross comes in and cleared out. Schultz there to chase down, but that one's going to go out for an ISC Gunners throw-in. Sounders trying to keep possession. Working very swiftly in between defenders. And a great heel flick into a dangerous position. But Hyatt was there to clear the lines. Perez drops off now to Villanueva. Up the sideline intended for Wheeler, but the clearance will get deflected off Rachel Wheeler and out of bounds. Sounders now take over on the throw-in. Working between 2 defenders. Moyer now sends the ball near side. Carrying is Speakerman. Speakerman gets that pass deflected And it's going to roll out of bounds. Gordon picks up, wants to play quickly. Goes to Johnson. Johnson lays off to Speakerman here, trying to play up the line for Gordon. Gordon asks for a deflection there, does not get the appeal. A substitution coming on the far side of the field for the Gunners here in the 75th minute. Checking out of the game is Christine Heyman. Now the Gunners get ready to get play underway again. Hyatt wins possession of that throw-in, but a pass goes astray, out of bounds, intended for Gordon. Nia Gordon here hasn't really been able to show off her speed in the second half. We saw it in the first half where she was getting behind on every pass coming off the feet of the Sounders women. Here they've been unable to find the way in behind the defense for Gordon.
And number 8, Kellen Green is in.
It's going to be Stephanie Speakerman able to win a throw-in for the Sounders on the near sideline. Throw-in goes to Daly, back to Speakerman. A deflection ends up into the feet of Samantha Hyatt. Carrying the ball up the far sideline now, and a through ball, but it gets shut down. Still working with it, though. Carrying up the field is Robbins. And after a deflection there off Moyer, the Gunners take over on the far sideline. The Gunners with a 1-0 lead here in the 77th minute, doing everything they can to try and slow this game down. They want to take every second off the clock that they can and take the wind out of the Sounders women. Wheeler on the header. Goes as far as Woodward. And a through ball intended for Wheeler. Just a bit too heavy there. She's unable to get on the end of it.
Check out MVP Physical Therapy just down the road on Main Street in Sumner. For more information, also visit MVPpt.com. Also, make sure to stick around for
chasing down the through ball to the corner. It's Robbins doing a great job at shielding that one out of bounds. It's been a long while since the Sounders have knocked on the Gunners' door. It's been all Gunners right now, and playing that left-footed ball was Green. Green there now turns, sends a header. It's Wheeler trying to get in behind. Wheeler back to the goal, trying to turn, gets into a double team. And it was Vlanich able to win and clear that one out. Johnson tries turning with the ball, but just goes past her. Gordon drops back, trying to defend. Sounders look as though they've moved more into a 4-3-3 here as we get closer and closer to the end of this match. But turnover there in the middle of the field. Can't push it past. Was Moyer. Now the Gunners have a throw in deep in the Sounders end of it. The ISC Gunners squad has been doing a great job defensively containing the Sounders midfield and not letting their forwards get in on any dangerous attacks here. Throwing into the box for Wheeler, but a missed touch sends that one out of bounds. The Sounders want to try and get on the offense as quickly as possible here. Schemer sets up for the goal kick. 3 forwards pushed against the back line right now for the Sounders. But that ball gets just as far as the midfield. Wheeler is in behind but is offside there. Shot gets whistled. Ball rolls into the back of the net, but it gets stopped. And Wheeler was there to win the second ball as the header came off. And Wheeler got a chance in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And now it's Schemer with the goal kick. So we approach the 80th minute here in Sumner, Washington. You're watching the WPSL, brought to you by Bootstrapper Studios, as Rachel Wheeler is flagged offside after that ball gets chipped up and over the top. The Sounders have to start throwing numbers forward if they want to salvage a point at home against the top of the table ISC Gunners. Quickly taken by Hyatt. Hyatt, the Stanford University product, plays that ball out wide to Speakerman. Now it goes into the middle. Working with it now is Moyer. Flicks that ball out wide to Speakerman. Speakerman one touch around and outside back. Into the middle, intended for Johnson. And that ball gets deflected out of bounds deep into Gunners territory for a throw-in. Speakerman goes down for the throw. Throws to Johnson. Johnson trying to create space for a cross. Can't, but the deflection goes out of bounds. And the Sounders will do it again. Back into Johnson. Johnson tries the flick to Moyer, but it gets turned over. And now the Gunners are going the other way in transition quickly. Hyatt wins that one off of the heavy touch. And now a through ball intended for Schultz. Trying to get around one defender. Cleared out. Hyatt there. Very aggressive, wins it. Goes into Daly. Daly turns, taken off of her feet. But Gordon now is battling for that second ball. And it gets pushed out wide by Courtney Moore. Gordon trying to keep it in on that far sideline and can't. And it's going to go out of bounds. Gunners throw in the 82nd minute.
Substitution for your Sounders going in the 82nd minute. Two players coming out. Out, number 26, Stephanie Speakerman, and number 24, Clara Robbins. And in will be number 5, Dominique Von Piazza, and also number 12 will come in, Charlotte Williams.
Substitution being made by the Sounders there in the 82nd minute. Now long ball goes up and over the top. Schultz chasing it down. That one is going to get sent out of bounds by Aaron Vaughn. And the women of the Seattle Sounders now have a corner kick on the far side here in the 83rd minute. Trying to do everything they can to get a goal here. The short corner taken. And a cut back, creating a lot of space, driving down that goal line. Finds Johnson. Johnson sends a chipped ball. Keeper makes a great save. It was Homer being able to get the one hand up near that crossbar. Keeping that one out of the net and keeping the Gunners with a 1-0 lead here. We enter into the 84th minute. Sounders just got their best chance of the second half. Lots of space on that far sideline. Now working with it. Puts it on the right foot. Tries cutting in. And unable to do so was Shea Moyer. That ball is going to go out of bounds. The Sounders now have a lot of momentum coming up into these last 5 minutes of play. Throw in, drops back to Samantha Hyatt. And the Gunners are defending with all 11 behind the ball right now. Gordon gets in behind. Takes a touch back. Gordon lays off. Now cutting into the box. The slide tackle, it goes out of bounds for another Sounders corner. They just had a dangerous chance off of it. And able to get a do-over. Could help the Sounders tremendously here. And we'll see if Moyer wants to go short. But it looks like they're going to stack a lot of attackers into the box. Watch out for Woodward crashing in. That ball gets sent over Woodward's head. It's Johnson now back towards the goal. She's going to drop all the way back. A long ball goes up and over the top, and Homer reels that one in. We're here in the 85th minute. The Gunners still leading off of the 8th minute goal from Amanda Perez. Chasing that one down, Dominique Bonflasva being able to win a corner after it deflects off Rachel Wheeler, but the Gunners are going to want a substitution here. It looks like the goal scorer, Perez, is going to check off of the field here in the 85th minute.
Substitution for the
Trying to get some
ISC
fresh legs
Gunners.
onto the field now, the
Out,
Gunners.
Number 17, Amanda Perez.
Sounders now chasing the throw in out of bounds.
15, Claudia Longo.
Now the Sounders want a substitution of their own. Checking out of the match in a hurry is Angeline Daly. Trying to get off the field and save the Sounders as much time as possible. Working with it, Moyer lays off. Now it drops all the way back to Hyatt. Plays that ball across.
The Sounders women in the 86th minute. Coming out of the match is number 28,
Ball played very wide.
Daly. And in number
Working
8,
way up the sideline is Schultz. Schultz still chasing it down to the corner. Works a deflection, and Schultz is going to win another corner kick for the Sounders. We're here in the 87th minute, and a lot of attack has come in the last 3 minutes for this Sounders women's team. Trying to crack the first goal of the season and get level back in this match. The right-footed in-swinger comes into the box. Woodward the target, but no, it goes all the way back post. Tillman trying to collect herself. Johnson trying to battle for that one, but no, it goes out of bounds, and it's off the Gunners. The Sounders now have a throw-in in dangerous attacking area. Bonflassa brings that one down with her chest, but no, it gets taken away. Going the other way is Harrison. Harrison works her way into the middle. Has Green in front of her. Plays that ball left-footed to Wheeler, but it gets stopped and delayed. Wheeler's going to just send that ball down towards the corner flag, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Deflected, though. The Gunners are going to take over on the throw-in, and no one is in a hurry to get this ball back in play for the Gunners. Now on the throw-in is Angelin trying to get it cleared out. And that pass finds Johnson. Johnson in a double team. Gunners take over. It's Harrison. Harrison trying to go to the corner flag very smartly and goes down after the foul. It was Bonflasva. A lot of heavy pressure defensively there. Bringing down the attacking Macy Jo Harrison. The short free kick goes all the way to the corner flag. Works for it, and the Sounders win a goal kick here as we enter in towards the 89th minute. Sounders still trailing 1-0, and they're in a rush now to get everything that they can forward. They have speedy strikers up top. Johnson, Gordon. That long ball played up and over the top. Intended for Tillman, brought down by Johnson. Johnson now pushes around one defender, working to get past the second, but that one gets cleared out for a throw-in. Quick throw-in taken, goes to Williams. Williams plays that one across to Vlanich. Tracks it down to the far sideline. The give and go gets stopped, and now the Sounders working with another throw-in here late in the dying embers of the game. Throw-in goes up the line. The header is not there. Green gets the ball, has no support. She's going to have to try and take it to the corner flag all on her own. Hesitation and goes past one defender, but out of bounds. Under a minute left in regulation, plus whatever is granted in stoppage time here. Not many fouls or goals in the second half, meaning not a lot of stoppage time, and that ball is going to roll all the way back into the box of the Gunners, and Johnson's going to have to chase that one down before it gets picked up into the hands of Homer. Gunners now send that one deep. No one there but Hyatt to win it. Goes over the head of Williams. Wheeler is going to clear that one out of bounds. Sounders going to have possession now. Substitution on its way for the Gunners as we have approached stoppage time.
The official has indicated 2 extra minutes of stoppage time.
Villanueva is going to check out of the game. Checking in here is Sherwold. Sounders now trying to work something up into the attack. That ball's going to go out for a corner kick. Everyone on the Sounders is going to work their way up the field. Even Schemer is going to find her way going into the box. Sounders are going to stack it with 11. We're here in stoppage time. One more corner kick to come. Corner gets taken. It's lofting into the box. Back post. The ball's bouncing around in front of the net, and it gets cleared out by the Gunners. Chasing their way back now are the Sounders, and they have a throw-in, and that may have been the last chance that the Sounders could have had. Ball bouncing around in the box, unable to finish in front of the net. And another throw-in coming from the far sideline. We're in the 90th minute here at Sunset Stadium. The Gunners are leading 1-0. The Sounders drop that ball back. Play a long ball up and over the top forward now. No one contests the header. And that ball goes out of bounds off the foot of Vlanich. No, excuse me, there's a deflection. Now that one gets cleared far into the sideline. Sounders still have some time in stoppage time here, trying to work their way off of that sideline and into the middle of the box. Bringing that one down to Johnson. But the clearance out of bounds up near the 50. That one is going to tick a lot of time off the clock here. Waiting to see when the referee will blow the final whistle of the match. The Sounders still trying to do everything that they can and attack here in stoppage time. Williams takes the throw. Sends a long ball up into the box. Wins it again off the header. Still bouncing around in the offensive end for the Sounders. Now it's on the foot of Moyer. Moyer trying to cut between 2 defenders. Still with it. Lays off to Williams. Williams top of the box. Takes a strike and it gets deflected. And there it is. The referee blows the final whistle of the night as the Sounders were pressuring very heavily there in stoppage time. Trying to close it out and knot this thing up in stoppage time. Unable to do so. And that's the final. 1-0, ISC Gunners take it away from the Sounders on the road. 1-0 with a great goal coming from Amanda Perez early in the first half, sending a right-footed strike from about 20 yards out, finding its way off the far post and finding into the back of the net. It was a great goal from Perez. Nothing could get by this ISC Gunners defense, and now they sit firmly on top of the table after tonight. They have 13 points, give them 4 wins on the season and 1 draw. Still 0 losses for the Gunners and 14 goals scored for them in this WPSL season. The Sounders women dropped their first game of the WPSL season for them, as tonight was their opener. And not the way that they wanted to start at home here in Sumner, Washington. But definitely a lot to build on here. And so for my producer and engineer, Adam Weigel of Bootstrapper Studios, I'm Peyton Behrens. Once again, the final score here at Sunset Stadium was 1-0. Thank you for tuning in wherever you have been tuning in from. You've been watching the WPSL, brought to you by Bootstrapper Studio.